Hey everybody, welcome to Home is Where My Dog Is. I am one of your hosts, Mark.
And I'm Alex.
You paused for a second. It's all right.
We'll talk later about what I was going to say.
Whoa. Thankfully, because of the beautiful way of like the invention of editing, I had a long pause before we started because I was like, what is my name again? Anyways, welcome to Home is Where My Dog Is. This week, our episode is about going on vacation. Now, you are the owner of a small dog, which doubles as like a purse. And then my dog does not travel lightly. He is 45 pounds, but that is 2 pounds below checked baggage. So we're going to talk about like leaving your dog behind, boarding and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, get into it. So I just came back from an unexpected week-long trip. Thank you, Delta. And I'm just going to leave it there. I got very lucky. I was lucky in my situation, but more importantly, where was Terry in all this? Because it was supposed to be a 3-day trip that turned into a week-long try to figure it all out over the phone. Reluctantly, Terry was with his cousins, Jet and Thurston. Shout out Fabian and Alex. I'm going to go ahead and send their doggy Instagrams to everyone. And
It'll be in the show notes.
Yeah. But what's nice is that I got lucky. When I leave them with Fabian and Alex, when I leave them with Jet and Thurston, when I leave Terry with Jet and Thurston, I know he's okay. He is doing his thing. He is causing a ruckus. He's playing with Jet, the other young dog there, and Thurston's just managing from afar. So I don't really have complaints. I love the photos, though. I love it. I love getting photos.
So my wife and I, we went to go visit my parents on the opposite side of the country. And so like serendipity happened when a client came in and their guest was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a professional dog sitter." And I was like, "What do you charge?" And she said an astronomically low price.
We're not sharing.
And oh no, she's mine. Like, I'm going to book her all the time. And her deal was like, "Oh, I stay at your place." And I was like, wait. So like I had previously let another client of mine, and we took the kennel, we took his bed, we took all the treats, this and that over to his place. And that was fine. And it was great. But the idea of going away for a week and then knowing that like he's sleeping in his bed, he's comfortable, he knows where everything is, like he's going to walk the same walks, all that. I was like, oh, easy money. So we hired her and she came over. She did a whole like breakdown of like, I have a million questions. Like, what does he eat? When does he eat? Like, where does he walk? How do we like to do this and this and this and this and this? And she was great. And then not only that, I had told her, I was like, listen, like, I love this guy so much. And we've gone through that. I have severe cute aggression for this dog.
It's rough.
My wife is like, you're out of control. But I was like, listen, there's no such thing as like too many photos. You want to do photos and videos and send them to me all the time? Happy to receive them. Alex, when I tell you it was a drug when we were on vacation, because she made like 3 montages a day of videos of just like, hey, this is me feeding him. This is us going on a walk. Look at him. He's just chilling here. He's pouting. He's happy. He's playing, this and that. And my wife would just be like, it's noon. We haven't gotten a video yet. And I'm like, chill. We're going to get one. Ding. Oh my God. She's like, give me your phone. I need to see my baby.
That's so funny.
And so she was great having sent these videos. Like, it was wonderful to just have someone stay there and watch him. And he was happy. When I came back the last time, he had definitely gotten an excess of treats, and you could see it right in the rump and the belly.
Nice.
And this time it was like, you know, we came home and it was like 5 minutes of like, like, you know, like, where have you been? Upsetting us, but like happy we're here.
Circles,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
But like he was immediately the same dog as we left. Whereas last time it was kind of him needing a couple days to be like, oh yeah, this is my stomping ground. Okay, this is where we live. Get back in a routine. He was able to stay in his routine.
Now, when you say that, when you say a couple of days, do you legitimately mean like 2 days, 3 days? What's the time frame? Because I actually have a crazy story about.
It was like 2 days for him to be normal as I knew him, and just in the little things.
Yeah, it's crazy because I think I'm lucky with my situation because Fabian's a really good dog owner, and he's like taught Jet and Thurston so many tricks and things like that, and it's a similar dog, so it's like I get Terry back with like an updated lesson, and I'm like super lucky when it comes to that. But he only gives me a hard time for like 3 hours. And then after the 3 hour little tantrum,
what does your dog do as a hard time?
Well, he likes attention. He really does. And in the form of belly rubs. And I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes it's too much. And I need to get to work, Terry. But it happens. And there are times where he's just a little extra barky. Gardeners, you know, squirrels left and right where I live. We actually, our neighbor just got rid of the dead squirrel behind a tree. That, longer story short, Terry, Jet, and Thurston were just trying to get at through a fence. And I should take a picture of the fence to show you what they did.
Was it for the blue house?
No, I wish.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. That neighbor's great. But at the
Sure.
But at the end of the day, like, I'm really lucky with Terry still in terms of just like his behaviorisms, his mannerisms. He's smart. He's such a smart dog. And so 3 hours, my little temper tantrum.
Let me ask you this. Like, when you're leaving your dog with someone, do you
no.
give them like a laundry list of things?
I do not. My wife does.
So I'm a monster. Like, this dog is so easygoing. It is literally like feed him in the morning, feed him at night. It's just got to be broken up into to half of a meal at a time because he will eat so fast.
I've seen it.
And then like walk him 3 times a day because he's a husky. And that's all you need to do. But I cannot help myself of just being like, oh, and he really likes this, and he really likes that, and he really likes this. And I'm like, I'm such a monster. And I know. And it should be just so much easier than that.
I will say though, I do miss Noodle when he's not in the studio, and when you're on your trips, because you have a lot of work trips. You have a lot of work trips, and I get to see him when he's here, and of course every once in a while at your place. What's crazy to me though, and you haven't even talked about it yet.
The photo?
Yeah, what's going on here, man?
And we'll put the photo. So the funny thing about Noodle is we leave the door to our balcony open. And so he'll be on the balcony probably 60% of the day if he's not in studio.
Mm-hmm.
He loves it out there. He doesn't bark at anything. For the most part, he's kind of too short to see anything that's actually happening on the street. He just sees kind of like bird's eye level or second floor level happenings. But if I'm walking up the hill, coming home from the studio and he's already home, I can hear him whine because he smells me or whatever. He senses me. And that's when he starts to chirp and just be like, okay. So he knows my voice.
Love it.
He knows my smell. You being here at the studio all the time, he knows your voice. So I try and tell people, like, when he is at home and I'm at the studio and I come home, he is like a little Karen, and he is and he gets upset. And of course, he's
He knows
having
you're talking about him.
he's having a moment right now. And so you sent me that photo, and I absolutely knew the context. I was like, you must have been talking. He heard your voice. He came to the ledge. He's looking down at you and going, "Where is my dad?"
I felt so prosecuted. I happened to be coming down, walking to the studio, you know the path, and then I just looked up and I was on the phone and I made eye contact, and then for the 50 feet that was this hill, he's watching me.
His judgment look is so harsh. So the first time that I had to go on a business trip, and my wife was already on one, and we had Mike take care of him. Pouring rain, 4 a.m. Like it was like a scene out of like the old Batman animated series from the 90s.
I am.
And because like I had like planned everything to get out and be like smooth exiting the apartment.
I remember the story.
And then I go out, I go down the stairwell, I look up, and in the window, who is it that was sleeping is looking down at me just with the lightning and the rain, and just looking down at me like, "Where are you going?"
You know, huge segue here. Would you get a tattoo of Noodle? Like his silhouette or something?
If someone made like has anybody ever seen the John Lennon like famous self-portrait?
Yes. Oh yeah. Classic.
If someone did something that was comparable to that for him, I would totally do it.
Okay, I think I know a couple people.
I know you know some people. It would have to be a really good photo. Like this is a photo that my wife took of him, and he had been in the middle of the nap, and she woke him up, and he was like, "Huh?" And so that's the derp face.
Yeah. This is actually Terry's judgmental face. This is how
this looks like. Wait, are you not gonna rub my belly?
No. This is him sitting far away enough from me for me to see him, not hiding or in his crate, but close enough for me to understand his emotion, which is I messed up somewhere. Whether I was gone for too long, I didn't give him enough kisses, the food bowl's empty. My favorite is when the food bowl's empty because he doesn't eat like that. I feed him in the morning, portion size. He nibbles throughout the day, and then he doesn't get a refill until he finishes his food. You know, and let me know if that's a wrong thing to do.
So you're not the kind of person that takes the bowl away after 15 minutes?
When we first had him, yes.
Whether or not they finish it or not.
When we first had him, yes. But then we learned his resource like management and like his like fear was actually like heightened because we would take it away and he's like, no, I'll eat it. And then I was like, wait a second. Let me just leave the food out because it seems like he's really stressed when he needs to eat. But now that it's out all the time and he's obviously being taken care of, he's like a natural grazer every once in a while.
He's a grazer. Oh, Noodle is you drop the food, I'm going to eat it all right now. And that's why we got a new slow feeder. It's fantastic. I'm enjoying it.
I still use my slow feeder. I've had Terry now for a good minute. We're coming up on a year.
No way.
Yeah, because we're coming up on a year with Terry. Got to get him on the pod. And he's grown so much in terms of his like mannerisms and things like that. And I love the dog he is now. And I'm very proud of like my wife's and my work where we're at with him.
Huh.
He's still a little shit though. Yeah. Sorry, segue, tattoos, going back, food.
No.
Yeah.
Wait. So are you going to get a tattoo of Terry?
Why are you even asking?
Have you done it yet?
I already have it drawn up.
You do?
I'm trying. Okay. All right. I'm debating, and maybe we'll leave this up because I would absolutely leave this up to people to choose for me, Do I go with his teddy bear cut face or do I go with the scruffy dog face as the silhouette?
Oh boy.
I'll send everyone photos if they DM me.
We'll do like a public poll.
I want to DM people privately.
So let's do like an idiosyncrasy. What is something that your dog does that is kind of charming or not so charming?
I'm so glad you asked that question on this pod because there is something that I am trying to work on, and I'm kind of doing a call to action to people because I haven't found much reading on it. Terry will charge the door as we're leaving, and he will jump, no joke, at least 4 feet running up my glass door in aggression / like, why are you leaving me? And it can be anywhere between me going to throw the trash or me going to work or what have you.
Interesting.
And so we've read stuff on how to like correct the behavior, and we work on it every day. We treat him like crazy.
Does he try and get between you and the door?
It's like he knows we're leaving.
Okay.
So like, you've probably done it. You get the keys.
He does.
Yeah.
So we've weaned him off the keys. So like the keys doesn't mean we're leaving.
Right.
Because I'll constantly, and that took me like grabbing my keys and then go sitting on the couch and watch a TV show.
Right. I did the
and
same.
doing that multiple times. But now, like after our morning run and like a little breakfast, and if he sees me get dressed, he'll go plant himself in front of the door and be like, not leaving without me. Even today, like he was like, hey, you just came home 5 minutes ago. And I was like, well, I'm going to take him with me to the studio. But he was like, he was laying down, pouting in his bed after like some belly rubs. And then he like went and planted himself in front of the door and was like, you're not leaving again. Not without me.
Yeah.
And of course I was taking him with me and bringing him to the studio.
Yeah. No, yeah. While you were gone, I brought Terry to the studio.
Oh, nice.
I know it's every once in a while. He was great. He loves this place.
But did you have clients?
I did. I had a couple people walking around. We had people, normal studio lobby action. And I had the door open and I did the thing where he like went out to the lobby. I would call him back and he would come back. And, there were a couple barks, but nothing like we're getting better. And I can't wait. I can't wait. At the end of the day, he will never be here when I'm shooting a client. But yeah. But yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure that out still. My wife and I, we're working it. And I know it gets better. The easy thing is like, here, Terry, here's a treat and a blanket for enrichment while we leave. We're not sneaking out. He sees us leave, but he gets the treat when we leave.
Oh, man, I'm going to sneak out.
You do.
I straight up will feed him and like I'll wait till he's like 3/4 of the way through food and I'll sneak out. Or like I'll lay down a lick mat and head out.
Okay.
Or I'll give him a Kong full of chicken and head out.
I think that's right. From what I've read, and again, let me know. I think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It hurts.
No, it makes it easier. Because I'm like, he's occupied. But yeah, my silly thing is lately, so my wife and I sit on our couch. There is a side table on the right side of the couch where my wife sits. And when he wants to be somewhere dark or he wants to be something, if it's loud or there's too much something, he goes and hides under there. His bed is off to the left side of the couch. So at night, he constantly will come in from the balcony, lay down there without fail. If he gets up from his bed and goes outside, it's because he's just farted.
Your dog's so smart, man.
Dude, he crop dusts and leaves.
That is you as an owner, though. He is mimicking you.
So brutal. My wife will be like, "Oh,
I don't understand what he is mimicking you doesn't mean."
Oh, it's just so brutal the way he just like, and it's not like he will fart and stay there. It's the fact that he leaves and it's like, oh, why is he getting up? Oh. God, you son of a bitch.
Man, that is one stinky note.
So I think that gets us to the next segment, and the last segment of the episode is, what did your dog eat for street eats this week?
Hey y'all, it finally happened. I'm pretty sure this hasn't happened yet. He got the chicken wing in his mouth. However, now wait. I said drop it. And he only ate a little bit of it.
So we were walking over in Venice, and there was a barbecue place, and
Venice is not good for you.
They had the paper trays that you usually get like fries in, then there's like the paper that you put fries on top of.
Yeah.
So there's the tray and then there's the paper. So this was a barbecue place, and they had some like ribs in there or something, and he had gotten it, and he was swallowing it before I got to him, because I had the 16-foot leash. I had to pull this thing out of him. It just
no. Was there anything other than paper? Or?
It was just paper with some barbecue remnants, but there was nothing in it. But it was just the paper, and it was like,
no wonder you crop dust.
Well, that was unpleasant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than human poop, but unpleasant.
Yeah, I was worried where that story was going, honestly. But hey, I'll take a barbecue paper.
We'll have more.
I know. Well, I'm excited for our next episode. We have so many topics planned.
Yep.
We got so much going on at the studio right now, too. So if you're just tuning in, you're catching up on episodes, there's other content, What's your favorite show right now?
Want a spoon.
Yeah. Come check out us eating cereal, and maybe you'll find a shocking surprise.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Mark.
I'm Alex.
And this is Chicken Noodle Floof on Instagram.
And home is where your dog is.